Hi everyone, thank you for joining this web conference dedicated to Voice over IP network for video intercom system. My name is Jehan Monnier, I'm co-founder of the Belledonne Communications company. I'm involved in the Linphone and Linphone development since 2010. This presentation is split into 4 parts. First, we are going to introduce video intercom main use cases. Next, I'm going to introduce you the SIP-based voice over IP technology to make sure that we are all on the same page regarding standards. Next point is about how to use Belledonne Communications software for intercom system. And last, I will give you some information about our company and how we can help you in building solutions in such area. Okay, so first topic is video intercom use cases. I'm sure you all know what it is about, but just for things to be clear, let's start with the very simple use case. Someone is arriving in front of your home and want to discuss with you and to see you. So it pushes the button on the doorbell and the video display is supposed to appear on the indoor display. It's a very simple use case available for a very, very long time. How it used to work in the past, everything was analogic. The door entry camera was simply connected with a wire to a home screen, which could be a TV or a simple display. The use case was very simple, no need to computer, everything was analog. Okay, now if we start to think about something more interesting, someone is still at the front of the door and want to discuss with you. You want to see him on the indoor display, but you also want to be able to see who is in front of the door on smartphone, tablets, on many devices which are available in the house. With such scenario, the analog solution is no longer possible to be used, as a wire can only be used between the camera and the home screen, but there's no possibility to connect to any wireless device. With such multi-device use case, what we propose is to use voice over IP technology to make things possible. Voice over IP will be based on SIP and RTP, both in the doorbell, but also on the indoor display and on the mobile application, with all the components which are used for voice over IP, like SIP user agent, proxy, mobile application. And if we go to something even more interesting, which is derivative from the multi-device use case, it's the same, but someone is arriving in front of the door, push the button, but you are not at home. You are outside, just connected to the public internet thanks to your smartphone. And in such case, you also want to be able to see who is in front of the door. Same thing, no possibility to use the wire system. But what we can do is to leverage on the multiple device use case to add a component in the cloud, which is a SIP rover, in order to be able to divert the call on both the house and also on the mobile device, which is connected to the public internet. These are for the most common use cases that we want to address. Now, let me introduce a couple of words about technology, and especially voice over IP technology. Voice over IP technology are based on two main IETF standards. The first one is SIP, and the second one is RTP, real-time protocol. What SIP is about? basically, it's a transaction-based text protocol standardized in early 2000 and very inspired by HTTP. So more or less, if you capture a packet on the network, it's going to understand the message which are exchanged. If you want to place a call, you can see an invite message, and when someone is answering, there is a 180 ringing. It's very, very close to HTTP, but for the communication system. In SIP, there are two main components. First one is the SIP user agent for client part, initiating or receiving calls. So a SIP user agent is located within the doorbell or within the indoor display. The purpose is to capturing the camera and the sound from the microphone, and to display the video and to play the sound to a speaker. It's really about managing voice and video. The second important equipment is the SIP proxy. The purpose of the SIP proxy is really to be able to route messages from user agent to make sure that the right person is contacted when you press the button of the doorbell. Okay, these are for standards. RTP, which is the second important standard, is a UDP-based protocol to exchange media stream in a packetized way. The point is that communication have to be done real time, and there is no possibility to use TCP. So we have to use a UDP-based protocol in order to make sure that all the packets arrive on time. SIP and RTP are really the two main protocols which are involved in voice over IP. Okay, so first we discussed main use cases. Next, we saw which standards are relevant for the application that we want to develop. Now, how Belledonne Communication software can help to build this solution. So, if we look at the main and at the full topic, we have door entry cameras, home screen, mobile application, and server on the cloud. The door entry cameras is really about capturing the display, capturing the audio, be able to interact. In such case, we have to put a SIP user agent in the door entry camera in order to perform this interface with voice and video. The home screen, on the other side, it's about being able to display the video camera and to play back the sound coming from the door entry camera. A SIP user agent is also required in this particular location. On the mobile application purposes is almost the same as the home screen, but it's located on a smartphone instead of being implemented on a dedicated hardware. Everything is connected both on the local network of the house, but also connected to the public internet in order to be able to reach a SIP proxy server, which is on the cloud. And the purpose of this SIP proxy server is to be able to transfer incoming calls coming from the door entry camera to the mobile application. Okay, so first, the Linphone SDK, which is a user agent. The purpose of this software is to handle everything around audio and video calling. The place to put the Linphone SDK is within the doorbell or in-house within the panel to display the video. The main features are HD voice and video thanks to H.264, H.265 video codec, and also HD voice and echo cancellation, as if you want to have a dialogue between the person within the apartment and the person in front of the door, it's important to manage echo cancellation. Linphone also supports early media video, which is a very interesting feature. The point is that when you are within the house, you want to be able to see who is in front of the door without establishing the communication. The early media video allow to display the video from the doorbell before answering the call, more or less. DTMF are very often used to perform action from within the house to the door, like unlocking the door. And it's important to be able to support such functionality. Linphone also implement very innovative jitter buffer and adaptive rate control algorithm. The point is that when it's about displaying the video on the local network of the house, it's almost okay. But if it's over Wi-Fi or if it's over the public internet, if you want to keep the video quality good, it's very important to be able to adapt the compression rate to the available network. NAT traversal is also very important for such application, as most of the time the doorbell and the display panel are behind the native network, and if you want to connect to the public internet, especially to the mobile application, it's key to be able to handle such configuration without having to configuring the box, the DSL or the box of the user. Media encryption is also important, as you want to keep things private. For the developer standpoint, the Linphone SDK has API available on languages very suitable for embedded development, like C, C++, and Python. And finally, we provide a Yocto package to be able to put the Linphone SDK into an embedded system. So these are for Linphone, which is really dedicated to user agent and especially in embedded case. Now, the next topic, which is also very interesting, is about mobile application. Because as we said, it's good to be able to display who is in the front of the door on a panel which is in the apartment, but it's very interesting as well to be able to display the same thing on the mobile device of the user. This is why we created the Linphone mobile application dedicated for Intercom. Linphone is an open source voice over IP application designed to communicate via voice and video with door entry device. Supported platform iOS and Android, obviously. It's available on both smartphones and tablets, and it's fully interoperable with all the equipment based on SIP and RTP. What does it mean? It means that if you already have a doorbell supporting the SIP protocol, it will be pretty simple to use our Linphone application to connect this existing equipment with a mobile application. Main features are the ability to receive incoming calls coming from the doorbell, call history, call recording, and obviously everything is available even if the application is running background thanks to the connection to push notifications. So this is the second very interesting part of our solution, I believe. So we discuss user agent on embedded system, mobile application. Now we need to focus on the server side, because for a doorbell to be able to communicate with a mobile application, it's mandatory to implement somewhere the server part of the SIP protocol. This is the purpose of the FlexiSIP SIP proxy. which is a SIP server dedicated to the Intercom solution. It supports the main standard of SIP like UDP, TCP, and TLS. Obviously, it's not aware, and it means that it's able to relay the calls coming from the doorbell to the mobile application, which is connected to the public internet. It supports push notification, which is really key to be able to have mobile application always reachable, even when application is in background. The architecture is pretty modular in order to make sure that we can put FlexiSIP both on an embedded system and on the public internet. And of course, it's also possible to use FlexiSIP as a kind of push gateway in the case you already have an existing SIP server like Asterix or FreeSwitch. But if you just want to leverage on the mobile application, which require to support push notification. Okay, now the last software part that I want to discuss is the FlexiSIP account manager, because it's fine to be able to place call between the doorbell and to a mobile application, but it's also key to be able to manage SIP accounts. The FlexiSIP account manager is a piece of software which is able to create accounts from a backend in order to be integrated into your management, the user management platform. And it provides also a QR code-based remote provisioning for the application. It can be controlled using a REST API from a backend system. It provides a web administration page in order to be able to create account, delete account, associate account to a doorbell. And it's a powerful remote provisioning component in order to configure everything. The key point is that if we want user to, at the end, use mobile application, everything for the configuration standpoint must be very simple and secure. This is the purpose of the FlexiSIP account manager, to manage all these tasks. Few words about security, as what the display of the doorbell is something very sensitive, and you are within the house of the people, so it's key to make sure that all the information are privately and securely transferred. So for that, we do support SIP-TLS and SRTP, which are the key encryption protocol. And everything which is stored on the SIP server are stored in an encrypted way in order to make sure that no private information are leaked, even if the server is compromised. Okay, now we discuss use case, standards, software. Next question and next point is why choosing us to help you to build your infrastructure. Well, we are in the communication protocol for years. We are really a company specialized in SIP, RTP, turn, and video codec. We are mainly software developers. We have skills in C++, C for the embedded development, but C#, Java, and Swift for mobile development as well. We have skills in secure communication, which is pretty important to make sure that privacy is okay. And within our company, we have media streaming and signal processing engineers to make sure that the quality of the voice and video are good. And we also have mobile application developer to perform development tasks on mobile environment. Belledonne Communications was founded 13 years ago and was always dedicated to SIP and RTP development. Our software is dual license, both open source and closed source. It means that if you want to keep your modification private, it's still possible. We propose consultancy, support, and customer development service to help our customer to perform their own implementation of a voice over IP network. And last, everything is made in France for customers worldwide. Many very well-known companies already choose Linphone and Linphone as a foundation for their solution, like 2N, Hermet, Boujager, and BTTuner, which are very well-known in Europe. Okay, for me, that's the end of the presentation. So I'm open to answer to your question that you can put on the chat. Thank you very much. Okay, the question is, can you update manual on the site? I believe that you are referencing the web paper that we have, which is dedicated to solution for intercom system. It's a good point. Okay, you would like to. This is a piece. The question is about Linphone CSH. Linphone CSH is an API to drive the libLinphone user agent, which can also be very interesting to be used in doorbell or in embedded system. And I think that the documentation may be announced. I agree on. Okay, next question is it possible with Linphone to transfer the active call to another mobile device? Not out of the box with the current Linphone application, because this is something which is not usual. But the point is that the Linphone application is based on the libLinphone SDK, and this feature is available on the libLinphone SDK. So with a customization, it would be possible to add this kind of transfer functionality to Linphone, but not available out of the box. Could be done as a customization work. Okay, next question is about call recording. Yes, this is implemented as part of the Linphone application. The call recording is done client side. So it means that when the call arrives to the Linphone application, a push notification is received, the application is wake up in background, and the call is recorded, but client side. There is no currently there is no recording server side. I want to thank you very much for joining this web conference, and don't hesitate to contact us if you have additional question or if you want more details on our solution for the intercom topic. We will be very happy to answer to those questions. Thank you very much, and have a good day.